Ghosts, this is Will with another Ghost Recon Breakpoint video for you, and today we are actually doing something a little special. With the Terminator event now live, I figured I would review the Mark 14 Termination rifle. It is a DMR, so it's a good thing we're already in the middle of reviewing DMRs. So how does this stack up? I've already gotten the closed sight. I do not have the compensator, but really that's not going to affect any of the testing yet. But it's fully maxed out, aside from having the compensator. And, you know, hopefully this weapon is not just... There we go. Hopefully this weapon is not just around for the short term. This is a permanent weapon. Otherwise, that would suck that you wasted all those points. And, of course, its bonus to drone damage makes it unique. This could potentially be a great DMR in that regard. And so hopefully we'll be able to find a drone to do a little bit of testing on it. But first, like all my DMR reviews, we're starting with ranging. And so we're out here at my usual ranging spot, and we're just going to start shooting. Of course. Come on, don't lock up like me on this. There we go. Alright. That looked pretty good. Yeah, I don't care if the shot was heard. We're going to zoom in here and see what we can see. Yeah, there we go. That is not too bad bullet drop for a DMR, 400 meters. That's pretty satisfying. So next we have sound detection range. However, that's going to be a bit of a challenge, because my usual testing area here does not have much in the way of enemies like my usual enemies. And also, oh, dang it, I've been rearranging crap on my desk, and now I gotta pull those back out. There we go. Let's see, let's make my notes, get ready to make my notes here. We are doing the, yeah, so let's just do it on here. So let's let him go back to 14 term, and there we go. Alright, so we've got these roaming guys here, which should be fine for our testing. Now, sound detection, we won't be able to do suppress testing because there is no suppressor. But we can at least test unsuppressed. And we're going to let these guys get out. Actually, we're going to go ahead and take him out. Oh, shoot. That was my bad. Oh, wait, we got some stat guys right over there. Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and take him out. Kneecap him. This does some pretty sweet damage, though, as you can see. Okay, let's make sure. Yeah, with the latest patch, they still have not fixed the weapon activity switch bug. You know, for switching suppressor on and off, switching scope, zoom, all that. Although you have no idea how happy I am that we finally have variable zoom on the... Okay, you're not going to let me pick that up. We now have variable zoom on the digital scope, which has been much needed. And just so you're aware, it's a 1x, 4x zoom. So anyways, I'm going to get out to 210 meters away from these guys here. I don't think I need to get that far, but we're going to try. Just to... Actually, yeah, here, we're going to do about here. There we go. Okay, we're going to mark our target. It's marked. Okay. Yeah, 200, and let's go ahead and do it at 200. No reaction. Nothing. Oh, 195. Okay. So it's about in line with other DMRs. Let's see, you'd gotten closer. Yeah, we'll say it's about 195. So yeah, that's really not too far off from other DMRs. So now we come to the fun part of the testing. We are going to figure out just how much damage this would do to a vehicle. Now, caveat, since we can't test suppress, that's going to be a little bit different than our usual testing. But let's go on and grab ourselves a vehicle and test that. And if we're lucky, there's a drone nearby too that we can also try and take out. Because with it fully maxed out, this should be a fantastic rifle to take on drones. Garage. Get our testing vehicle, the Landscape Mark II Digital. Anybody wondering, well, if you're going to test against drones, why not test against, like, one of the drone spawn areas? And that's because, like, number one, I don't want to do a behemoth. That's just too much time testing. There's too many variables. I'd prefer to test against a smaller drone. So let's go ahead and grab this vehicle and move it a little bit. And we're not exactly doing a scientific test with the drone damage either. So, alright, vehicle is here. Let's start shooting it. That's 12 rounds, and not even smoking. Alright, 24 rounds. So, that's nothing spectacular, but that's also not bad. But really, the strength of this rifle isn't in taking out vehicles. So let's look around. Usually I see a wolf with the drone walking around here as of late, and I actually heard one when I first spawned. You know what? Through the magic of editing, I am going to go to an Amon drone location and see if I can. Not a murmur, but through the magic of editing, you'll skip all my picking and choosing and traveling and get to just get right to the good stuff. So I will see you there, ghosts. Alright, ghosts, once again, through the magic of editing, we should now be looking at my target. There it is. And so, I'm going to just be an idiot and just spam shots at it like this. Oh! Man, that sucker's quick. I forgot how quick these suckers are. Wow! This is not bad. I'm just spamming shots at it, not even aiming for weak points. And bam! That is... oh, I hear another one. Do we try it? There it is. I got lucky and hit its sensor on the top there. And this thing's rate of fire is just spectacular. How's that? Alright. Well, through the magic of video editing, you will not be watching me evade these guys and collect loot, and then we will be back to talk about what all this means. Alright, Ghosts, and we are back, and we are in Erewhon. And I decided to come here just because, you know, this is basically where you have to go for most of the Terminator event stuff. So, anyway, let's talk about what this means. The Mark 14 Terminator. It's a niche rifle. It's a niche DMR, in fact. It's not one you're going to swear by 24/7. However, one of its greatest strengths is its drone capabilities. It is just fantastic against drones. If you're okay with being loud and in their face. If that is your playstyle, this is a great rifle for it. Now, even though it's based on the Mark 14, it's only semi-auto, understandably so. This is not your traditional DMR here, but you'll be sitting here looking at the bullet drop chart and damage and everything, comparing it and thinking, well, you know, like, look, it does better than the G28 as far as damage does. And actually, I potentially, let's see here. No, the G28 does have higher range because of what it can equip. So, what does that mean? What's so great about it then? Like I said, it's great for drones, and it's basically what you have to do the Terminator Live event. You cannot kill Terminators without this. Which, by the way, I love how they've handled the Terminator Live event. It's really well done so far, and it's been a lot of fun. Much better than the Predator mission in Wildlands, hands down. No, the Terminator event is great, but we're talking about the rifle. Is this something you want to carry, like, use all the time? No. But this is not bad if you want to kill some drones and things have gotten hairy. Carry it with you. You know, now let's talk about its weaknesses. Weaknesses: it cannot equip a suppressor. That is a huge weakness for stealthy playthroughs. Which, as a sniper, you want to be stealthy. You're limited on scope options. You know, for instance, you've only got like a basic red dot sight and a kind of iffy scope, and no idea what its zoom level is, but it's not super high. But really, it's a DMR, so you don't need super high. I do not like the style of the scope. It's that big orange carrot that you just can't, you know, you're not sure exactly where it's going to hit. So if you're going for long distance headshots, you're going to have a hard time with it. You can't equip a bipod or rail attachments or anything else on it. It is literally, you get an optional muzzle and an optional scope that you have to earn in the game. So it's a very limited use case, which is appropriate for the Terminator event. They don't want to just give you the best rifle in the game, especially considering it's not super hard to get initially. The challenge comes in upgrading it and fighting Terminators. Which, at fighting Terminators, it's a fantastic rifle. It really is. But yeah, so really, there's not a lot I can say about it. You know, its bullet drop is really good. It's perfectly acceptable for the ranges you'll be using it in, because you're typically not going to be shooting at 400 plus meters at Terminators, because they typically require you to get closer to draw it out, although there are ways to do that. everyone else has covered how to defeat Terminators. I'm not going to cover that. There's really not a lot of sense in that, but really, it's a cool rifle. And you know what? I won't scrap it. I'll keep it on me, just because it's fun to take on drones with, and if things get loud, and if I have to kill Terminators. But that's what it's for, and it's really good at what it does. And so, alright ghosts, that's all I have. I want to thank you all for watching, and I will get back to regular DMR reviews soon, next week, and everything else. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, everything under the sun. Don't forget to check out my website, classicwfl.com, home of my art, music, photography, t-shirts, and my blog. And you can find all of my videos on there with a handy-dandy search. So if you're looking for something specific, you're interested in a specific rifle, go to my website. You can either browse or use the search functionality to find the video you want. And I also, on all videos published since my redesign, I give additional details. So definitely go to my website, classicwfl.com. Alright, that's all I got for you, ghosts, and if you're lucky, you're seeing me right now in Erewhon.